first game they've lost in almost 400 days. Imagine going 400 days and not losing a game. Jesus. But it was really 399. I wonder why they didn't let him get that last 400.
I don't think we're demoralized. I think we're looking at it like for what it is. It's a loss, and it's one game.
We have no excuses. We got our butt kicked. We're not going to blame it on the refs. We're not going to blame it on nothing.
And so now, conveniently, Pittsburgh hosting Philadelphia next week.
The last to be undefeated.
Hello.
They outcoached us. They outplayed us. They did a lot of things right, and they certainly deserved to win. And they won convincingly.
I think in the end, Coach Belichick loved.
See, he doesn't care. This is all an act for him. Then they won convincingly. Like, he knew how to beat this team, but the thing is, it's a script they had to lose. They're probably going to see him in the playoffs, so they don't want to show him too much. So what they do, Brady lets teams that he's going to see in the playoffs beat him in the regular season, so they think they have the edge, but then they come out with a whole different game plan and beat him in the playoffs. That's what Brady does.
The fact that happened. After 21 games, I think he was ready for the bubble to burst. And it's hard to always come in there every Monday after a win and, get pissed off at the team. But after that game in Pittsburgh, it gave him all the reasons he needed to come in and get pissed off at the team.
Okay, mentally, play it like you're playing a game.
But that's the thing, though. When you're winning a lot of games, it doesn't mean you played perfect. It just means you won the game. So, but when you're winning, it's kind of hard to yell at your players. But now that you lost, you can really hammer into them and show them that, yes, you ain't perfect. There's a crack in the armor. There's things we weren't doing right that we got away with and still won against lesser teams. But see what happens when we play a good team. We lose when we're not technically sound.
You don't hit the officials, you don't hit each other, you get the call, you communicate with your teammates, and you try to get the play to run effectively.
He gave it to us pretty good, almost using it as an opportunity.
Fourth down.
An opportunity to assess things and tell us what we were doing wrong and all of that.
Exactly, because when they're winning, it's kind of hard to say that. It's like, we beat them at 35-0. You're talking about, oh, you stepped the wrong way or you missed this tackle. It's kind of like, coach, you're nitpicking. But when you lose, then you really can hammer into them and tell them, hey, this is why I said this.
Way of, needling, and he's going to say, look, fucking 3 of 11 on third down, and they're fucking 9 of 14. I mean, what the
Lost 10, second and 20.
Couldn't score in the red area, couldn't do shit in short yardage. Give a fucking touchdown before halftime. I mean, that's fucking bullshit.
Dante called a false start on that for picking up the ball.
Although, he did it when we won anyway, so it really was no different. I used to call it suppressing success. We can play our best game, and we can win by 21, and the defense can hold them to maybe, 3, 10 points. But that's the beauty of football. You can pick 5 plays that didn't go well. And the coach can either decide to move on, we won the game, or he can coach hard.
You see how number 80 just dropped the ball?
Pick those 5 plays and make you see that still you have work to do.
Look, I can't put you in the game if you don't know consistently what to do.
And he's right.
You can't do it.
And that's the competitor in him.
You can't play that way, all right?
The one thing about hard coaching, it's only as good as the ability of the players to receive it. And we had built a locker room and a culture of people that were willing to receive it.
I respect it. Even during the moment, I could realize why he was doing it. I'm telling you, it's a hard life to live that way. You better have thick skin, you better have mental toughness, and you really have to look at why, see it another way, why he's doing it. And if you do it that way,
because he wants to win a championship? There's no other reason.
You can accept it easier.
All right, we got a lot of work done here today, a lot of situations.
I don't think Bill was ever going to needle us any more than we needle each other. You know what I mean? I think that we would go at each other with 2x4s and, competing and talking.
Belichick loved the competition, and I think he really loved seeing guys compete against one another. He loved the fact that we go out there and try to beat each other up. He loved the fact that there'd be fights. He loved the fact that there'd be guys talking shit to one another. So I think he created that environment because he just wanted to see competition.
And that's a huge competition when you're in there and there's me and there's Rodney, there's Willie, there's Vrabel, there's Pfeiffer.
Ty Warren, Willie McGinnis, Brute, more Vrabel, more Vince Wilfork. guys on offense like Troy Brown, we'd always say, you're never getting edge on me. I'm gonna outwork you. All those guys, that's what we were. We were the edgers.
We had such a trust and an understanding of who each other was that we could talk a lot of shit